Welcome to Oh Brother, a podcast where we try to figure it all out with your hosts, Brandon and Collin. On this week's show, airport angst. Ahoy!
Ahoy!
What's going on?
Not a lot, Colin. How are you, my travel-weary brother? How in the world?
Travel weary and a half, I think is what you meant to say, because, oh my goodness, I was almost not okay.
We're going to title this one Airport Angst. We're going to...
All it was, if we're being perfectly honest, I had like this amazing plan that was going to be flawless. I was going to be able to do all these things. No. And you know what? I know I was even like, oh yeah, we're totally going to be able to record while I'm out there because that's why. Nah.
And we have done it before.
Yeah, except Brandon, did I remember to pack the one adapter that I would need to record?
Of course. Of course.
I was so
no Radio Shacks in sight. Rip Radio Shack. Otherwise, we'd been fine.
Well, there's things going hither, thither, and yon, and I'm like, well, blah blah blah. Well, the one time I needed it, I was like, well, and so this actually, so I was like, I was supposed to record with you while I was gone, and that just wasn't happening. I was supposed to record with Megan while I was gone, that just wasn't happening. And so dear listeners, here's what happened. Collin was trying to be, I don't know, I was trying to do something different.
Super Collin. That's who he was trying to be.
This is real. This was like so me. It wasn't even funny. I booked a 6:30 a.m. flight to come home from a conference. Again, that's fine. That's like people do that all the time. That's
it's a thing that happens.
So I had to get up at 4 after getting 3.5 hours of sleep. Then well,
oh no.
The earlier I sleep great, but unfortunately, the earlier I have to get up, the more worried I get about missing my flight.
I think that's a thing that a lot of people experience, right? This is not a unique to you problem.
Hey, finally, an anxiety that is not unique to me. So I ended up I woke up at 4. It's a 35-minute drive out to the airport, so I get there at 4:40 because I just jump up and I go. I then get to the airport. Plane boards I get through the security. Plane boards at 6. We're supposed to take off at 6:30. Great. They shut the door. And then it's we're just we got some weather up north that's kind of delaying us a little bit, so we're just gonna hold tight here, everybody. But just don't worry about it. We'll get pushed back from here in a second.
No, boy.
And I'm like, it's okay. And then they came on board, and they're like, okay, we're gonna get pushed back. So they push back. We go out. We start to do this taxi thing where they turn on the engines, and then they're starting to go, and then this plane kind of stops going, and then it sits there for 15 minutes.
Oh yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah. And then they come on board, and they're like, I think he actually said, dear travelers, when we first turned this on at the gate, there was some lights, and we got those cleared and taken care of, had maintenance come look at that. Yeah, they're back on, and so we're just going to go back to the gate here for a little bit.
So there's more lights,
Mm-hmm.
differenter lights.
I just love the fact that they cleared them at the gate, and then we're like, good, fine, let's go. And then I can imagine them just hitting hitting reset 7 times, and being like, okay, good, we'll go. They push back.
Trip the fuse. No, bro, it's fine.
They push us back, and they're like, we got maintenance coming over, but it's not our maintenance, so I don't know how long it's going to take. What?
Who was it? Where did these people come from?
I don't know, but he literally said that these aren't American Airlines. Sorry, I said Schmerican Airlines.
Yeah, Schmerlines. Yeah,
Schmerlines. Maintenance crew.
rhymes with bear lines.
Bear lines. And if a mermaid, anyway. So we pull back up, and they said they don't know when they're going to be here. And I'm like, okay. And then after like another 20 minutes, they get there, and then there's some futzing. There's a very grumpy looking person in the cockpit with an iPad, and then we are told, well, something is definitely broken, but they absolutely do not have the part, and they don't know when it's going to get in. So we're going to disembark the plane and try and take off at noon. And
oh man,
ladies and gentlemen, that was 5.5 hours later than I was supposed to leave. So I'm like, So then, of course, it's like this mad dash, and everybody's out there, and I was struggling a little bit because I was like, I am really tired. I've not slept well each night that I've been out here. I'm exhausted. I want to be home. I'm supposed to be home at 2:00. And that was with me arriving and then driving.
Yeah.
Like I was supposed to be at. But I'm like, you know what? It doesn't matter. I don't have control over this, so I'm just gonna roll with it. Just gonna roll with it. I called the little number that they handed out to us, and and I was like, all the flights that you're telling me leave later than 12. This went through my brain. Do I wait to see if this plane actually takes off at noon, or do I just throw that to the wolves and go on a different plane? Right? Like I was really struggling.
Yeah.
Because it's
that's fair.
If I'm going to be so angry if the 4 p.m. flight that they put me on, like if I hear that this plane here at gate C8 is actually leaving. So anyway, I decided, but then I'm like, but also, how good am I going to feel on a plane that's now like effectively broken twice? So it will. Spoiler alert for those who are listening. It turned out because I had a friend also on the plane with me, and she was there well past whenever I left, and the plane that we got off never took off. They actually taxied that. They pulled that away from the gate
into the hangar.
Yep. To be beaten with a sock in a soap. Anyway,
potentially, right? Like,
anyway. So I got booked, but the thing is they did manage to find. It was weird. The first pass, nothing earlier than noon. That's the earliest one. It's either 2 or 4 or 8. What do you want? I'm like, well, 2.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I'm sitting there, and then what I did, I called to get my flight, and then I got in the line, and I'm waiting to go back up to the counter. I don't know. I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe they can do something different. Turns out he could. He was like,
yeah, it's like the counter person is probably the best place to go, right? At this point, like,
yeah, but you had to wait in line with 100 other people.
Well, yeah, all the other people. Yeah.
And so he's like, oh, well, there's an 11:30 flight. Do you want that? And I'm like, yeah, I do. I do want
absolutely.
That. And then
that sounds better than 4:00.
4:00. But at this point, no flights. So I was supposed to go from Jacksonville to Charlotte to Springfield. That would get me home at noon, and then I had a 2-hour drive back.
Yeah.
So, okay. Now I had to go from Jacksonville. There was no other flights. It was Jacksonville to DFW, and then DFW to Springfield. And the earliest that could get me to my house was like 9:40. Because I'd land around 7:30, 7:40, and then I have to drive 2 hours north. So it was like I went from being home at 2 to being home at 9.
Yes. Slipping away.
I'm so angry. So I get to Dallas, and then I had a 5.5-hour layover at DFW.
That's rough. That's real rough. I don't.
And the thing is like all the stuff that I wanted to work on, Brandon, I desperately was like, I could be recording with Brandon right now. I could.
You could have been, yes, that's true.
Did I have the connection cord? No, I did not. I did not have a connection cord. I couldn't record with Megan. I couldn't do any of the audio stuff because I didn't have my freaking adapter. And so I rode the Skylink a couple times around. I'm reading, I'm doing some writing, I'm doing this other stuff. And then in my desperation, because I brought, because I thought, okay, maybe at this conference, I do this every single time. I'm like, maybe I'll do like a quick interview or something like at the conference, like, live on the floor. And I have these 2 wireless microphones. And so I realized, I was like, I told Megan, I was like, look, we are not recording. I'm just going to do a solo episode. So I'm going to figure out a way to record a podcast in the airport. I can't use my normal microphone because it's
very innovative, right?
I have this wireless microphone. And I'm going to just figure this out. And then I'm like, okay, can I get into the American Airlines Admiral Club and like pay the daily fee for that and get access to that, right? So I'm Googling, and it's like $84.
I was going to say, probably not, but like...
No. Well, they'll sell you a fee. I think it was like $79 plus whatever, and it was like $85. But all of them were closed to daily things because they were at capacity. So you couldn't even, and I learned that only a select few have private workspaces, which you have to rent at an additional fee. And I was like, so I'm literally like going into corners of the airport, and I'm like, again, I got time. I'm riding the Skylink
in the bathroom.
High Terminal D again. Like, I'm going around. And I found there is a place where in DFW they have 2 of these. They are called Minute Suites.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't there like a hotel thingy in there?
Yes.
Yeah.
I finally stumbled upon this. You have to rent them.
I think there was, that's because when we flew to Australia, we flew out of DFW, and I think I'm past that. I was like, what?
Yes, you rent them by the hour.
Yeah, totally legitimate.
Totally not weird. Okay.
Totally not like a Law and Order episode. Right.
Yeah,
there's a man in like a tank top, sweaty tank top at the desk, right?
Yes.
Handing out room keys on a pegboard.
It really had that feeling. I'm not gonna lie. And so I
brown everywhere.
I found it. My flight started boarding at 5:15, and I had an hour to use this. Typically, when I record a podcast, I'm doing it from like 30 to 45 minutes. It's in a completely different terminal than where I am, so I've got like legwork to get there.
Yeah.
I managed to get one that went from 4:15 to 5:15, and I'm
let's go.
And I'm like, okay, so I'm like hoofing it over there.
Power nap time.
I so wanted to sleep. But I'm waiting. I'm like, I show up about 15 minutes early, and I come up to the thing. I'm like, hey, I had a 4:15, but I don't know. And he says, I'll get you in. And I'm like, oh gosh, okay, thanks. Well, because I just, I'm trying to record a podcast. I don't know why I'm talking so much to this guy. I'm just like, this is so weird. I'm renting a room by the hour.
Yeah, you don't need to like explain
airport.
yourself. Just like get in there. Dude.
Yeah. He goes, oh, well, that's pretty cool. You probably want a room like closer towards the back so you're away from all the terminal. And I go, yeah, that'd actually be fantastic. And he takes me to the back and he goes, it's typically one of our larger upgrade rooms, but sounds like you're working on something cool. So here you go, bud. And I'm like, oh, wow.
Heck yeah.
It turns out that there are 2 minute suites in DFW. I forget what terminals there is. Completely different terminals. But one of them has shower access and like bathrooms. And the other one,
like a truck stop.
Yes, it is. And the other one is just for naps. So I'm just in the nappy one. But apparently, you can also do, like you said, do overnights at these places, which is just wild to me. But I'm going,
that is crazy.
This would be so nice. Because Megan and I, when we took a trip to St. Lucia many years ago.
Yeah, that was a long time
12 years ago.
Yeah.
At the airport, we didn't have a place to stay. So we actually slept in the baggage claim area overnight with like 20 other people.
Yeah, just chilling in the floor.
Yeah. And then you wake up and you go back, you get back into security. I'm like, this would have been so nice.
Yeah.
There's a very very weird looking day bed, right? It's the couch that slides into the bed in this
Mhm.
room. There's a desk with like an air they have a big air filter, they've got a floor fan, they've got a little window that you can like this little raise and lower thing, and the everything is like sound deadened in the room
That's
because
crazy.
it's so wild. So I locked the door, went over,
Good
sat
call.
down. Yeah, yup. You're not gonna surprise me, creepy desk clerk guy. And I'm like, and go. And I recorded, like, I did one take. I made sure it's saved. I'm like slamming my laptop down and throwing it in my bag. I'm running out, being like, "Thanks, Minute Sweet Man," and getting it, getting over to the plane. I arrive just as they're starting to make the first call for, like, the whatever, the early access people.
Yeah.
And I sit on the plane, and of course I sit next to a man who at first I think is like serious. Well, he's harassing the stewardess. Okay, like he's making comments as she's walking by, and he's like peeking at her through this curtain and stuff. And I'm going,
Oh, cool.
oh my gosh, I'm gonna be on TV being like, I don't know him. Like,
Yeah.
well, it turns out that they were married, and
Oh, okay.
he's,
All right. All right. He's just being
a guy,
goofy.
right? Yeah,
Okay.
goofy.
All right. All
Yeah,
right. Okay.
he's teasing her, jabbing her, but the thing was, I got to benefit from this because she would walk by and she handed me the bag of first class mixed nuts, but not him, just to tick him off. So I'm.
Oh, this is good news.
I know.
Look at this. Like, would you like a hot towel, sir? You don't get one, Buster. Like,
pretty much. Oh, yep. 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 I was very much so. I talked to he was a Marine, then he was a cop, and then his sister worked for Southwest, and he was jealous for all the trips that she could take and all this stuff. So he was like, I got to get me a job like those. So he applied to American Airlines to be in their customer service. To basically he trained the desk agents at the gate, the ones that give you the cold, steely stare, to be like, no, sir, there are no other options.
Yeah.
Those are trained by Marines and police officers. That
makes a lot more sense now. Like, the airports suddenly make a lot more sense.
Yes.
Right?
I told him that. I said, this makes a lot of sense for a lot of
that tracks, brother.
Yes.
No, thank you. Actually, that's not.
Yeah.
How dare you?
In case y'all are wondering what they're doing to the little desk agents, those like
traumatizing them by former Marine policemen, or their training officer.
Yeah. Yep. That little like 63-year-old woman who can barely see over the computer. She had a Marine train her, and she survived. So you're not getting through her. Like, buck up, buddy.
That's true. Wild. You're not getting a free upgrade from that lady. Okay,
why not? Get
back in line and sit down. Like,
and she will stare you down, and you will say thank you.
Absolutely.
He was anyway. So he and I talked a lot on the flight home, and then he gets up and he comes back. He had to go, use the lavatory, and he comes back, and he's like, apparently there's a storm cell moving through, and if we can't time it right, they're going to have to take us to Kansas City for the night. And I went,
you're like, but I don't want to go to Kansas City.
I'm sorry, what? He goes, yeah, we'll have to fly past and land in Kansas City, and then they're going to decide if they're going to basically book us a flight to go from Kansas City back to Springfield. And I went, couldn't we just like circle around for a little bit?
Kind of zigzag a bit, right?
We can loop through Oklahoma a couple times. It's gonna be fine.
Can fly around Oklahoma once, and then doesn't take that long.
Exactly.
Circle Vanita, and then like over here.
Yeah, what's gonna go on? So anyway, we ended up not having to do that, but it was anyway, and we landed, and I bolted off the plane and started driving home.
Run.
Yep. So that was my plane ride coming home.
How was the actual thing you were at, though?
Yeah.
Was it less traumatic than the traveling, or was it also a chaotic disaster? Uh-oh, it's the second one. It's the second one.
Everybody works
Look
really
at all these things that happen when you don't bring one cord. Look at how...
Brandon, when I tell you the number of people who are like, oh, like the organizers were like, oh, we've done it in the past where we have the conference computer and everybody presents off of it. But what we've found, according to these, is that creates a lot of confusion by some of the people in the group. And so they like to have all of the presenters bring their own computers and just use those. It makes it, quote unquote, easier. And I'm like, okay.
Sure.
Okay.
You know.
This was being presented at the Jacksonville Humane Society, an amazing building. I have never been
interesting.
in a building so nice that having to deal with this. You wouldn't think that, but this was a multi-million-dollar building built back in 2007, 17, something like that.
Dang.
It's really cool. They've got all these really neat programs and everything is very pet friendly and focused and very keep them doing well. And they've got this amazing multimedia room and conference room that they rent out to the community. And so that's, what we was doing. And they have this wonderful wireless technology to connect from this to this and and they just had a big summer camp the previous week and everything worked flawlessly. And
yes.
No, nothing.
A tale as old as time.
Yeah, it worked yesterday. Yep, absolutely. That is exactly the issue here. The wireless never really worked. They said, "Oh, if you have a Mac, it doesn't work." And the number of people at this conference who had a Mac, a lot.
People named Collin,
Collin, and there were 3 other presenters. And I'm like, "Dang it." Well, we could just plug it directly in because they've got this adapter. Well, the adapter wouldn't work, and it didn't work. And I'm like, oh, if I had my adapter, I would test my adapter.
True.
But one of the people who spoke at the very last, he was actually he was one of the he was a head lawyer involved when Lehman Brothers went under. He was hired on to tease through and go through the bankruptcy with them.
Oh dear.
He's a little intense.
Yeah.
And he
should hang out with Marine guy.
Yeah, I know, they
get
can
along.
have fun. His entire spiel was on. Anyway, he brought a Mac because he's a lawyer, and he was like, he said, "Oh, I brought my adapter, plugged it in, boom, worked immediately." And I'm like, "Collin, you failed. You failed this entire conference because you didn't bring the one thing that would have saved us." Anyway, but his whole thing was on piercing the corporate veil and breaking contracts because he's a bankruptcy lawyer. So his whole thing is like, nope,
breaking contract. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No, I mean, basically that's what it is, of like going through, looking at bad contracts, getting out of things, saying, oh, this wasn't legitimate because XYZ. And that's all he did for the Lehman Brothers thing. Like that's what his main career was based on. And he's up there telling us how to have good contracts and language to use. And there are people in the audience who are like arguing with him about how their contract is actually fine because like their uncle said so,
Yes. The classic argument. Nuh-uh, expert. You don't know.
No. Or my favorite, like, I've been using it for years and I haven't had a problem, And I'm like, yeah, until this guy sinks
haven't
his
had a
teeth
problem
into it.
yet.
And
right?
then you're gonna be you're gonna be crying softly in the middle of the night as you know that he's tearing everything. Like he said, his whole thing was to make sure that people walked in wearing the fancy watch and they were taking it off and putting it on the judge's desk. As they were leaving, as they were, as part of their settlement kind of thing. Like that's what he did. And I'm like going, oh, you're really scary.
Oh Lord.
Okay. But overall, the conference was really well done. I was there to be an MC, and part of being an MC, I have learned, is just asking questions, because people have this idea of oh yeah, and then we'll just do this, and then this person will come over here, and then we'll just this. And it's my job, at least I take it to be my job. I don't know. I'm sure other MCs are just people who run these things are just like, whatever, I'll just follow what's written on the page for me. I do feel like it is my duty to go, well, you have lunch from 12 to 1, and we're supposed to be eating, and there's 60 people here, and that's going to take a while because it's self-serve food, and that goes slow. And we're also supposed to do a group photo. We're also supposed to do 2 announcements, and we also need to get this thing involvement. And when is this getting okay, we're supposed to start at 12. When's the food getting here? And it's
yeah.
Well, the food gets here at noon.
So we can't start at noon because you'll be setting up the food.
Yeah.
At
So
noon.
so really what I was part MC, part organizer is really what was happening here.
Running logistics
interference,
right?
For them. It's just okay.
You are UPS now.
Yeah. And you'll like it. Which again, like it is what it is. And you're never it's okay. You just are gonna it's what you have to do. I felt like I needed to do this. So I was doing that. Everything else seemed okay. As always, the big thing is keeping people on time. And so at first they said, you need to sit right up at the front. And I said, nope. They're like, well, because then you can stand up and get to the front of the room easier. And I said, no, I'm going to sit at the very back so that I can make sure that we can hear the speaker, because all the organizers sit right up at the front. So I'm going to sit at the back. I don't really need to hear a lot of this, but whatever. But
and also I can give him the sign. Wrap it up sign. Let's go.
Well,
5 minutes.
You mean the sign of at 15 minutes I stand up, and at 10 minutes I step over far to the side, and then from 10 minutes to 1 I'm walking slowly along the outside aisle towards them,
pointing at your watch ominously as you step towards them, glaring.
Just tap.
Tick, sucker. That's done.
Yes, right. Of the telltale heart, walking,
thump.
You
just hold up your microphone to a ticking sound, to a ticking watch, like. Just start humming the Jeopardy theme song as you walk.
No, I was humming. I was trying to do the theme song for Peter Pan whenever the clock is ticking in the alligator.
Oh yes. I was thinking of alternative things you could do.
I should get better at this. My goodness. Anyway, I did all that fun stuff, and I think I kept it pretty good. But I would, the conference, it starts at 9, so I tried to be there at 8, and then it goes to 5, and then at 5, you're like, I am exhausted. People want to go out to dinner at 6, so you really, and a lot of these places, I learned, Brandon, what is the largest city by land area in the lower 48?
By land area?
Yeah.
Would it be, I don't know. My first guess would be Houston.
Okay.
But I bet you're going to tell me it's Jacksonville, Florida.
I'm going to tell you it is Jacksonville, Florida. Okay.
I mean, there's nothing else in Florida, so they just spread out, right? You can't build up too high because, it gets a little windy there from time to time. So you gotta build out.
874 square miles.
Holy schmoly. What the heck?
I know. I thought Houston was
Good
big.
grief.
Brandon, Houston is a measly 640, in case you wanted to know.
Yeah, and most of that's parking lot. So like that.
Now, I did have to look this up because the largest city in the U.S. Any guesses in the U.S.? I did have to look this up while I was there, but in
like by landmass or
by
population?
By land area.
Oh, okay.
Land area.
Not landmass. Yeah, land area. I don't know.
Okay. It is Sitka, Alaska.
Okay. That kind of makes sense.
By area.
They also spread out a lot. Yeah.
Okay. The top 4 are all in Alaska. Sitka, Alaska at 2,800 square miles.
Yeah, but like how many people can like 8 people live
4.
there? There's
4.
Weird part. Like,
yeah, I know.
Oh, okay, man. Is all that just airstrip because they just fly everywhere?
I think that's all it is. It's just area for airplanes. Then there's Juneau at 2,700, Wrangell at 25, and Anchorage at a measly 1,700. Other than that, Jacksonville 874.
That's wild.
Absolutely insane. And so everywhere that's like, oh, we'll just pop over. Like we are driving 35 minutes, 40 minutes to get places for dinner. So conference ends at 5, dinner's at 6. Well, it's 10 minutes back to the hotel.
That's crazy. Like if I drive 45 minutes, not to dox myself here, but like I could be in Republic. Like that's insanity.
Oh, no.
That's like what? That's like 5 cities away.
Makes sense. This does not. And so this is another thing where I'm like, oh, no wonder all these pet sitters are like, there are 45 dog walkers and pet sitters around me, and we don't even overlap an area. This whole time I've been like, how? How is that humanly possible? Because it's 850
Turns out they're all in Jacksonville.
Square miles. They don't even see each other. Like you can't see their boundary lines from where they are. I mean, because I was just like, oh, right. Like I serve a 12 square mile service area, and this is 800. Yeah. Just like this is insane to me. Like you could fit almost 71 businesses like mine in that area, and without touching, right? Like. That's where I'm like, holy smokes, like this kind of changes. So,
well, I mean, you could technically, but like how much of that, I don't know how much Jacksonville has like industrial area, right? So like surely some of that's taken up with like factories or something.
No,
right?
Surely
it's not all like, okay.
Yeah, no, you're right. It's not all habitable.
We have to have some sort of industrial zones. Like surely.
Yes.
Surely they produce something in Florida. Surely.
It's all just
I'm not going to bet on it, but like
bedroom.
They might.
That's all it is. Yeah. So that's where I was going. Oh, well, okay. Like this is all again making a mucho senso. Like okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, and then you go to dinner, and it's a dinner of 15 people. On a Thursday and Friday night in Jacksonville, and dinner takes 2.5 or 3 hours to get wrapped up. You drive back to the hotel. It's 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I'm like, I haven't done anything all day, and I'm so tired. So,
that's wild.
it was like that's it. And this is the one I did leave them a review. I did review the conference. I just went up to the organizers and said coffee. And they were like, "What?" And I said, "There
is the correct review. Yes,
there is no coffee in this room or accessible to anyone here,
or adjacent to this room."
Oh, well, yeah, we had water, and we had some sodas, and we had some tea, and I said, coffee. It's not available to anyone in this room. And I don't care if no one else drinks it. I will drink all of it for you.
Yeah, right? Like, come on.
Come on, people. I don't know what is happening, but this is not okay. So, anyway,
that is a scathing review. hear from Collin.
Scathing at people. I just need to I'll correct. And someone was like, well, sometimes it's hard to keep it warm. I'm like, that has been solved. I don't know if you know.
Like, have you been to a Waffle House? They understand
they know
how it works.
They know how to do these things. Like,
right?
It's hard, like, well, it's hard to keep it warm.
It's not hard to keep it warm.
No.
Collin, it's so not hard to. I forgot to tell you a couple weeks ago about the most important discovery about when I went antiquing in Bolivar with Dusty, right? The antique mall has a full snack bar and free coffee.
No.
Repeat that again. Full snack bar. Maybe not full. There is a snack bar. Hey, there's like chips and candies and like
that is a full snack bar.
Things that you can purchase to snack upon. They have all the old like 50s diner tables just set up that people can sit at, and there's dudes doing their crossword puzzles and all that stuff, and people are talking and hanging out, and there is free coffee at the counter in a massive machine. There's 2 different coffees available for free.
What
in the Bolivar Antique Mall?
What on earth is this?
So just in case they thought it's too hard.
It's too hard to keep some brown liquid warm. No, this is.
I forgot to tell you the most important part. As soon as we got off, I was like, I forgot to tell the most important thing. I forgot.
I'm so angry right now.
I walked around the corner and I just saw a big sign that said free coffee and a massive coffee machine, like a diner coffee machine. And I was like, this may be the greatest thing I've ever seen. They had little paper cups there and a big trash can, and you just free coffee. I was like, this is too good to be true. This is the most beautiful sign I've ever seen in my entire life.
I'm blown away. This is exactly what I needed.
It was amazing.
And the fact that like more people, what is this? I'm not happy.
It's nuts.
Wow.
It was so wonderful. Like I couldn't believe it.
So they did not.
I could not believe it.
I'm very.
That's unfortunate, man. That's jealous. That's rough stuff. I'm sorry. Yeah.
So there's that. But other than that, it was great. A thing that I like to look for is how many people are there for the first time, right? I think that's a really important thing to have, and like 80% of the room is there for the first time, which is exciting. I think that's really good.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I know. I was like, okay, like let's go. This is good. And of course it's Florida, so they have to, and they asked me to be there, so I just I have to mock them mercilessly.
Yeah.
They just have to enjoy it. I told them, I said, look, I was going to complain about the heat today because it is 11 billion degrees and I'm very hot, but you can't complain about heat to a Floridian because they'll just laugh at you. So instead, I'm going to complain.
Plus, it may have been hotter in Missouri on that day. Anyway, oh my gosh, it's been horrible.
It was not good. It was not good. So I said, I was going to complain about the heat, but you can't do that. So instead, I'll complain. I tried to take a shortcut through a grass, and my feet were consumed by ants from hell because they have all the fire ants down there.
Tracks.
So I'm going to complain about that. And everyone went, oh, yeah, that's fair. Actually, no, good on you.
It's so distressing that fire ants can survive hurricanes and like 18 feet of flood stage water. That doesn't seem right. Like it doesn't.
I know. So anyway, I did survive, and am to tell the tale. So I'm back.
There you go.
Yeah. What about
there you go.
What about you?
Well, Collin, I embarked on a bit of a journey, and I may have melted my brain. This may have been motivated partially because I am in denial about having to go back to school and having to go to teachers' meetings and things, right? And so I think I was looking for a way to occupy my brain. Okay. You planted in my mind this idea,
Oh no.
right? Because you were talking about how you watched.
You.
Yeah, you were talking about how you like Nausicaa, right? How
Oh
you
yeah.
watch Nausicaa, and I was like, wait a minute. This has been the sci-fi summer. We've talked about all kinds of things. There is an aspect that I forgot to think about. And that is, of course, sci-fi anime. Right? And so I thought, wait a minute. There is one genre of sci-fi that anime has a lot of. Right? So I need to explore this. Right? So I was like, what genre of sci-fi does anime have a lot of? Colin? That's the mecha genre.
Oh,
right? Giant robots.
The mech.
All over the place. Yes. Right? Yeah, the mech anime. Yeah. So I thought, right, be prepared over the next several weeks to have a slight recurring segment of Brandon watches random mech anime. But I had to start off. There's only one way to start this, Colin. I went back and I found free online the classic mecha anime from my childhood, not my childhood, but my youth, rather. I remember this was on TV a lot. The most popular mecha anime in North America for a very long time. Colin, I watched every single episode of Mobile Suit Gundam Wing. Which is a lot.
I knew where you were going with that. I'm still so happy. I didn't like we were talking because like there's only one option. Like you obviously had to watch Mobile Suit Gundam. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Brandon, I have so many fond memories of this show growing up. There are things planted in my brain. I can't tell you a single thing about the story, about what was going on, but like the swan suit, like come on. And like wasn't that
oh yeah.
Like
the big white one, the big tall geese suit.
Yes, the tall geese. Yeah, the tall geese one.
Yeah.
But then of course
we had tall geese. Yeah.
Tall geese. We had the it was the one, the kind of, I don't know, star of the show or whatever. He had the red shield with the big gun. Well, they all had the big gun, but like he was red and blue. Isn't that right? Like
Wing Zero.
Zero.
Yeah. It's like it's very primary color. Yeah.
Very like we had an action figure of that, and when did this come out? I'll let you stop blabbering.
Okay, so it was originally aired in Japan in 1995, but in like 2000, it was on Cartoon Network's Toonami, right?
Okay.
And this was like a big giant, like aha moment for the entirety of North America.
Sure,
right? It's one of the because like Gundam as a series, I've been doing some research on it. Like the original like Mobile Suit Gundam thing was from like 1979, right? And apparently the Gundam universe is very confusing. It's kind of like the Marvel situation where we have like tons of like alternate timeline things happening, right? And it's very convoluted, and there's like a billion different series.
Oh, okay.
But like Gundam Wing is like self-contained, all alone, all by itself, a big, long, giant standalone thing.
Okay.
Right. So like that's what was on Cartoon Network. Was Mobile Suit Gundam Wing. Right. And so when you said I don't remember a lot about the story, that is because this is the most convoluted story.
Oh, okay, good.
Of all time.
It's not just me.
Holy schmoly. I did not like whenever I was a kid, right? Whenever we were kids watching it, because I know that I watched it with Aaron, and I thought you were there too watching this with us, but I couldn't remember. Yeah. But like, you know, it's just like, oh, look at all these robots fighting and all this cool stuff, right? Blah blah. This is actually a gigantic political intrigue, rebellion, anti-war story.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm not going to really do a big plot point situated because I could never.
Oh, that's fine.
It's so convoluted. But like basically it's like
next podcast idea where we watch and review each of the Mobile Suit Gundam shows
gosh.
one at a time.
Oh my gosh, it's so long. We would have content for years. But like the basic theme is like Earth has like a big like federation, like the Earth Alliance is in charge of like everything, right? And it's this big bureaucratic organization, and they're like kind of trying to subjugate the space colonies. Right? And the space colonies are like, bro, we just leave us alone. And the Earth Alliance is like, no, you will be folded into our sphere of influence. And there's the backstory there's a whole bunch of weird stuff that happens like before the show, I guess. And like they kind of set the stage. And basically the colonies are like separated. They're not really talking to each other because the communications have been cut off, and the Earth Alliance is trying to control them. Right. And so some scientists sort of independently all build these mobile suits and send them to Earth as guerrilla fighters to fight against the Earth Alliance.
Yes.
That's the start of the thing.
Okay.
Right. And all the pilots are like kids. They're all like teenagers, right? And they all have very tragic backstories and all these things. But like then it turns into this big like shifting alliance thing because like factions start to form within the Earth Alliance, and they like splinter and people change allegiances, and like then there's like the colonies start to like, you know, they don't want to fight back, but then there's like a splinter rebellion that's bleeding based on all this other stuff, and they're going to do like they want to fight back against Earth, and then like it's a whole like alliances and allegiances change and are very like swirly, and for a long time it takes a distressingly long time for all of the pilots to be in the same place at the same time. I didn't remember that.
You know what? Right? Actually, now that you mention that, I do have this feeling, kind of like in Dragon Ball Z, everybody was always getting there.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, or like these two guys are together. We haven't seen this guy in a long time. Right? This guy's over here and this other dude is over here. Like that's kind of like these two episodes are these two guys, and then we go over here to this guy. Like
and have their own arcs and stories that they got to go through.
And there's like a bajillion side characters that come and go, and like they just show up randomly, and everybody kind of has their own motivation, and they slowly start to realize that they want the same thing. So some of the pilots like slowly start to like realize their original mission is not really the best thing to do, and we have to fight for this instead. And they like kind of understand what they're doing, and like it comes to this big like there's a lot of like anti-war sentiment where like one of the characters even like he is just going to fight anybody who is like wielding too much power over other people. He was like, if you're doing that, you're the bad guy, right? You're oppressing people, so you're the bad guy.
Okay.
And so there's this also big conversation about like there's a group of people on Earth who like they just want peace, right? And then the Earth Alliance, they're like, we want peace too, but it kind of are looking at the ideas of what is peace versus what is order, right? Because the Alliance wants order. They want everybody to listen because they're constantly surrounded by giant military robots. Right. And so this is how everyone will obey us. Like it's peace because everyone stopped fighting, but only because we're so aggressive.
Yeah.
Right. So you have that theme. Like, can you have peace without fighting for it? Like where's the line here, right? Like what's happening? Because like some of the pilots defend this lady who's like, oh yeah, we are a pacifist and we want to be pacifists, we want peace, and they kind of get steamrolled by the Federation. And so they show up and they're like, we're gonna fight. You don't have to fight, but we're gonna fight for you because you can't just sit back and be subjugated.
Yeah,
that's not peace. right? They're imposing their order upon you, which is not like peaceful, right? Like that's not what that is. So there's like that subplot, and then the other big like theme and subplot they have is like the alliance people, and then like another group, they get a hold of it, they start creating soldiers that are, they call them the dolls, right? And so they're unmanned robot pilot mechs, right? So just like robots now.
Oh, interesting.
And so it's like there's a lot of talking critically about like, what does war mean and what are you even fighting for if you are not willing to do the fighting, right? Like one of the guys, the Federation guys, who's like, the subgroup is called Oz, they're like a one of the factions in the alliance, like they're the military arm basically. But the guy's like, if you're not even willing to fight for what you believe in, what are you fighting for? Like, what are you doing? Like, that's dumb. Like, this will never stop fighting. There is no end. If you just keep throwing giant robots at each other, the only people that are dying are the civilians. Like, what is that? Like, that's dumb. Like, wow. And then everyone's like, actually, yes, that is dumb. Why would you do that? So there's like also a lot of like very weird like examinations, like the cost of war as well. Right. So there's a lot of like, it's weirdly Hemingway-esque because like a lot of the ideas that the people espouse about war is that like war is noble and it's good to fight, right? It's very World War One ideals from the bad guys, from the foundation. And when you see how they're dressed, you're like, oh, yes, they're dressed like old European aristocracy, right? With their ruffly collars and their cape and their epauletted shoulders, right? You're like,
it's all very cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Wow. You would. That is a person that would say that right there. You know, there we go. Yeah. So that there's a lot of craziness that happens in this show.
Oh.
There's a lot of really insane things that happen. Also, some of the things that like at the beginning, right? It's kind of annoying because they're like, oh man, like there'll be a side character. They'll meet one of the Gundam pilots for like 2 seconds. And then they're like, I believe in this person. I trust them. I will follow them forever. Like, wait a minute.
You just kind of got here.
Yeah. They're just like, oh, I can just tell right now by their demeanor. I'm completely devoted to them from now on. You're like, what? I just he didn't even say anything.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I mean, have you seen him? Have you seen the ruffles?
That's true. It? That's true.
He's pretty.
I was talking about like the Gundam pilots. Like, oh, this kid, he's so bold and stoic. I will be on his side. You're like, forever. He doesn't even know what he's doing. What do you mean you're gonna be on his side? He just tried to blow himself up again. Like, what do you mean?
Just an angsty teen. Could you not? Like, that's
there's a lot of angst in this show. That is 100% for sure. So, but it's very cool. There's a lot in there. So I watched all of Gundam Wing and Endless Waltz, which is like the 3-part OVA movie that goes to the end of it. That I think is what we definitely watched several times. When we
No. So is that, you said OVA? Is that the, that's like the overarching like total summary, like kind of shorter condensed version?
Well, it's like so Endless Waltz is like what happens like right after the whole anime series. Right. Oh, sorry. I learned a new term, the OVA. This is code for original video animation.
Okay, so because I've watched a few OVAs over the years, but I've never understood. I always thought they were like the summary of the longer ones, or like
no. So usually, what this means, based on my cursory research from earlier, is that it's usually something that was. Like the anime is like the aired on television series. And an OVA, a lot of times, sometimes it's like sold directly to video or like directly. So it's like, it's almost like a movie type thing. So a lot of times like the animation and the quality and everything is like much higher on those. Right. Because it's like straight to production and like that. So this is what I've learned that sort of means.
I see.
Yeah. But Endless Waltz is like, it takes place right after or like it's like 1 year after the conclusion of the Gundam Wing uh animated series, right?
I see.
Yeah. And it's like a 3-part thing, which is a lot of times it's online, it's just like in one big movie thing, right? And it's like very extra dramatic. They crank all that drama up to 11 for the finale, right? Because like the endless waltz is the cycle of war and peace and revolution and war and peace and revolution, and they're trying to break the cycle, right? They're trying to break out, and they're trying to achieve true peace through like all these things. And so that's the waltz they're trying to break, right? And it's very dramatic. The main character Hero, like he's like extra dramatic in this part, right? Like where he's like screaming about like, how do we stop it? He's like, I don't want to fight anymore, like yelling. Oh, he actually says like, Zero won't show me anymore, which is a weird thing, because like his mobile suit that he starts piloting halfway through like has this like super advanced computational system that feeds all probable outcomes of the battle into your brain while you're fighting. And so like most people cannot pilot this because they will go insane while they're doing
yeah.
And the first time he pilots it doesn't go well. So it's like feeding back like every statistical probability outcome directly back to you as you're doing that stuff. And so when he says Zero won't show me the way, like he's like saying I don't see how to stop this. So I'm going to do this. Like super drastic thing.
Fair.
I'm gonna... And like in the animated series, that's sort of the culmination. It like builds up to where one of the guys, like he's like, this is how we're going to end war. You know how we're going to end war? I'm going to do something so horrible. Everybody will see the true cost of war, and they'll never want to fight again. So his goal, they want to crash one of the colonies onto Earth. Whoa. He's like, that's what we'll do. This huge giant space colony. He's like, we're just going to ram it. Right. And then that doesn't work. So he's like, no, this big battleship I built, we're just going to drop it onto the planet. And it will be so devastating that no one will ever even think about fighting war again. And everyone else is like, bro, we don't have to do that.
It's a bit much.
Yeah, like that's a little intense. Wow. So yeah, that is what I did. I watched a lot of Gundam Wing.
I love it.
With all the animated series and the Endless Waltz, that would be 52 episodes.
That may be a bit much.
They're only like 20 minutes long, so like that does make it better. Still. When you go past the like 2-minute summary at the beginning and little theme song, like you can just pass through. But this has been happening over the course of several weeks. I did not watch all of them like this weekend. That did not happen.
Sure you didn't.
It's been brewing in the background.
So how many total were there? Did you know? Did you try and count at all?
What?
How many total episodes or things?
There's 49 anime episodes, and then the Endless Waltz is a 3-part thing.
Okay.
So it's like 52 total.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
Things that I watched.
Said that. I think you said that.
That's all right. That's a lot though.
That's really cool. I gotta say, like, this makes me very excited, and I think to tell you that the number of times I have started to like track down all of these or like watch one or two over the past several years, and then I'm like, this is too many. This is too I can't actually do all of this, and I back out because it's a lot.
I'll send you the playlist.
There you go. Thank you.
Because there is like an official channel that they're just on.
Really?
Yeah. On YouTube. I found them on there. It's the Japanese version, but it's subtitled. So
okay.
Hey,
I'll do that.
Collin, I was so excited to be reliving this part of my youth that I accidentally became motivated to dip my toe into a side activity for Gundam fans.
Did you buy a Mobile Suit not action figure but model and
yes, I did.
Put it together?
And I built it. I built a Mobile Suit model.
This is perfect. This is great. This is
all done. Here he is. Here he is. And you'll know what this is when I send it to you, I think.
Okay.
Bam. All done.
Oh.
They come through.
It's
yeah.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Where is what is going on here? Sorry. What is it? Oh, yes.
I built the Death Scythe.
You built the Death Scythe.
Yeah, because Duo is the best.
This is perfect.
I know Duo is the best because I met him for 2 seconds, and his actions led me to be hopelessly devoted to him for the rest of my life. But
as is again, obviously.
But Duo is by far my favorite, and I remember the Death Scythe being like super awesome when I was younger. I was like, "Oh, I'm building this. I'm doing it. I'm going crazy." And I learned that apparently watching Gundam and building Gundam, not the same hobby. 2 different universes. And based on the fact that I searched up Gundam models, in the hobbycon, in the in circles, they call it Gunpla, which stands for Gundam Plastic Model.
They call it Gunpla?
Yeah, which is not great, but that is short for Gundam Plastic Model. Whatever. This is wow. I learned that there is a lot of very intense people doing this hobby.
Sure.
There's massive Gundam kits. I'm not even thinking about some of those things. They're enormous. They're like really... a foot tall. Like, my god.
And then the other thing that happens is they do you put them together and they have then you have to paint them. Right. Okay.
So now here is what I wanted to talk about. Like this is a very different experience from any building that I have done in the past. Right. So in my youth, I did dabble in the classic car and airplane models. Right. Yes. This kit requires no painting to complete.
Oh.
All of these parts are cast in that color on the runner sets.
Oh, that's nice.
As it is, yes. So there are no toxic fumes involved in this, because I do remember like sitting at the kitchen counter, like building my hot rod model, like having to have the windows open.
Yeah. Well, especially with some of the glue. The glue is.
This also really requires zero glue.
Ah.
It is all snap form together.
Oh, that's nice.
Which is very interesting.
Yeah.
Right. And so the engineering internally in this is like super interesting, because one of the cool things that from an engineering standpoint, like, is the way that the joints on this are made. So you have the normal hard plastic outer piece, right? Now, some of the bigger model kits apparently have like internal skeletal structures that you have to put together, and then you affix the outer armor bits to, right? Some of the like big expensive ones, from what I looked at online, they have like an internal skeletal structure. This does not have that, right? But what this has is there'll be 2, like, let's say you have an inner and an outer hard normal plastic model piece. When you squeeze them together, you will insert in between them a soft rubber piece. And when it squeezes together, it makes the socket joint.
Oh, interesting. Oh.
That you then put a hard ball joint into from something else.
Oh, that's
right.
Interesting.
And so it's like a rubber thing. So it like that's what makes it like able to be moved and posed and then like stay in one place.
Yeah.
So like engineering, it's very interesting how it's like put together. In there's like these like really soft plastic pieces, like almost rubber, that are sandwiched in between the hard plastic that allow things to be attached to them and then be posable. within the structure, which I thought was cool.
Well, it also, I know there's always that struggle of the more you make it self-securing, the bulkier things tend to be.
Yeah.
Right. So then it makes it less sleek and less nice. But it sounds like the technology here is really
it come a long way from the snap together models I remember from my youth. Right when I was a kid, right. Like I'm old now, listeners, so don't be offended. Okay, some of you may know, but like when I was a kid, like models that snapped together, kind of not cool, right?
Oh, right. No,
it's like easy mode,
Yes. Yeah.
You got to use the like nostril bleeding not model glue, in the little orange and white tube, right? Like gotta use that.
Of course.
If you're not getting high off fumes, you're not really building models, bro. Like
you're not hearing colors.
You have to have like these insane model paints and like paint thinners and acetones to like do that. No. Like when I was a kid, it was all water slide decal. Oh my god, I cannot tell you how much I hate water slide decal. But like this has like stickers, like little stickers. I bought some tweezers because I watched a video and the guy was like, "No, bro, seriously, get tweezers. Thank me later." And yes, thank you, man, on the internet, because the stickers on this thing are so small.
Thank you, internet man.
Oh my gosh. Nice. But other than that, like it is a very like chill, like enjoyable experience, right? Like it is pretty cool. Like the parts on here, some of these parts are so tiny. Like it is definitely not easy mode, right? Even like this is not like one of the complicated ones, right? This is like apparently they come in tiers, right? There's like a tier delineation about how complex the models are, right?
That's okay.
It's very intense. Sure. There's a lot, right? This is like one of the lower ones, even though it's called high grade. That's not actually the high grade. There's like 3 grades higher than that.
Oh,
everything's fine, and this makes total sense. But those are like master grade, like perfect grade,
something,
real grade. Real grade. Right? That stands for real hard, based on what I saw on the internet.
Don't actually do this.
It's actually much bigger with much smaller pieces. So I think I'm out on that one.
That's fair.
But yeah, I was sort of inspired. Like after watching all this, I was like, "Yo, and this is what I wanted. What I was like, apparently, like when I said, apparently these are 2 different hobbies. Watching and enjoying Gundam and building Gundam are not the same, because, like, I looked at all these kits and we're like, well, I have to build the Death Scythe. He's my favorite. Like, he's the coolest one, right? Like, and there's other ones from Gundam Wing too. Like, you could build the Tallgeese, which that may happen in the future. Let's not lie to ourselves here. Because now that I'm started and I bought tweezers and I bought little nipper pliers, so like I'm basically in there, so like
and you've joined the forums apparently. So
yeah, I'm on Reddit, right? No, I'm just kidding. Like, so now that I made a very small investment in tools, so obviously I have to build another one at some point.
I know.
But it was like very fun, right? And I definitely would build it again, just because I built it yesterday, right? Just kind of took all day, chilled out, built my mod, took a break every once in a while because my eyes were straining to look at some of those small pieces slightly. Perfect. Right? The way that my desk is set up, right? Like I have there's like a lot of stuff on it, and I realized like when I look at that model runner, and then I can see other papers behind it, my depth of field goes insane, and my eyes are like, no.
Oh no! Yeah,
so I need to hold it up to the curtain or the wall to be like, okay, have a solid background behind this. Yeah. As I'm trying to read this number and look at this tiny part.
So I don't
don't
break my eyes.
Yeah, don't hold it over all of the other model pieces.
Yeah.
Or the box.
Oh my gosh, it's like trying to put together a box of Lego with Lego background and Lego carpet, and being like,
yeah,
totally
it was mistakes were made. My eyes were hurting.
Yeah.
I took a break, right? But like, it was very chill to be like, oh, I'm just gonna hang out. I'm gonna build parts of this. I'm gonna do like the head and the torso, and I'm gonna go take a break, do some laundry, do whatever, and then come back and build some arms. Like.
Totally fine.
That's kind of how I went about it. Like, I didn't sit down and go, I have to do all this sitting in one sitting.
Yeah.
Right. I just thought about like, this is what I'm going to do today. It's going to be chill vibes. I'm going to do a little bit of stuff. And it was very fun. Right. So there you go. There you go. Gunpla builders out there. I get it. Okay. I get it. I might do another one. Right. It's fine. We'll see what it is. But in the future, may give you an update if I get another one at some point. Not like tomorrow, but like,
oh,
is not like a.
I figured you already had 50, 30 of these headed over your way.
Yo, look, this is the other kind of crazy thing about some of these dudes. Like, they have like I saw pictures of like walls of just boxes that they hadn't built yet, and I was like, what is happening?
Oh my goodness.
Like, the Gundam backlog is kind of an insane thing, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh no.
I know part of it is like, if you're at an actual hobby store and they actually have something you want, like, you got to get it right now, because like, they're not going to have it next week. No. They're only getting in a couple of these things at a time. If you don't get it now, you're gonna miss it, right? So like, I know that is a very real thing, probably in the model building world, but guys, holy schmoly.
It's too much.
It is too much. And also, like, I don't know if I would have been attracted to building something like this if I didn't have a favorite character from the show, or like if I didn't like the characters from the show. Like, if you just look at all of them, like, if you're a person that likes to build things, like, that's kind of a different vibe. You're going to have a different connection with that. Like, if this is something that you do, if you like build other models of things and then you see a Gundam, you might be like, that one.
That's a really good point. There's the model builder aspect to this, but then there is the fan aspect to this.
Yeah. And those people are not necessarily the same people.
Oh no.
Right. Because some of them are cool looking, but like, I personally, just like my personal experience is like, I don't feel drawn to like build something like that if I don't even know who that is, right? Like, with Duo and the Death Scythe here, I now, after rewatching all of this, like, I have a very good understanding of who this is, and so like, for me, that's why I wanted to build this, because like, I like Duo. Sure. My man's is crazy, but like, I like Duo a lot, right? The Death Scythe is cool. I like, it's always my favorite one, right? So that's like, I thought it'd be a good like first time. Like, if I'm gonna build one first, it's got to be this one.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
because you like it, right? And you're incentivized to see it through. You're not like, oh, this isn't even all that cool anyway. I don't like this. Yeah, because that's what I would do. I'd be like, everything is awesome, and this is gonna be great. And then I go,
And you start building that head. Let me tell you, holy, it's a lot less great for a few minutes there. You're trying to get that helmet squeezed together with that little piece stuck in there.
Right. Just, just throw this away. Don't need this right now. For sure.
It's like, dang, it's a good thing I like you. Doesn't have him, otherwise I'd be mad right now.
Don't actually want to be doing this.
There's a little stressful in there, but other than that, it's good. It's good. But yeah, that's the other thing I thought was interesting, because there are two sides. There is the I'm a model building enthusiast side, and then there is also the like I am a Gundam fan side. Right. And those can be different people, which is just interesting. They both do the same thing, right? I thought that was kind of an interesting thing that was happening, because like, but like, I was looking at some of the sites and was like, oh, that one's cool, but I don't even know who that is. Like, I don't feel drawn to that thing because I don't even know.
Yeah. And what are you
I don't even know about it, So Maybe I'll watch more Gundam later. I don't know. In the ongoing saga of Brandon watches mecha anime, which is subgenre of the ongoing the saga of segment of rather Brandon watches anime because he doesn't. So we're revisiting Gundam, building Gundam models, hanging out, getting ready to go back to work. Boo hiss boo. Boo hiss. More next time on that.
So, we will dive into that for sure. Oh well, gosh. Well, yeah. I like this, and I want to see where this goes, and I think I need to crack open a Gundam here soon too.
You may need to.
I may need to do this. This sounds fun. Good. Okay. Well, I can end us with a haiku.
Oh, please do.
Okay. This is guess what inspired this?
Is it airport related?
Engines fall silent. Waiting on the runway. Home feels far away.
Dang. Dang.
Slipping through my fingers.
That's rough. Oh, man.
It's so far away. Oh, my God.
No.
But I made it home. So, very nice.
Which is great news.
Yes. So, well, we will do this again soon.
All right.
On a day and time that works best.
Okay.
Let me know. Okay.
All right.
Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.